Bonjour, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Dr. Incredible. Today we will be discussing the bioethics surrounding genetic engineering. Genetic engineering is the manipulation of an organism's DNA to eliminate undesirable characteristics and produce new and desirable ones. It can help improve the quality of human life by ending the spread of diseases such as diabetes and cystic fibrosis, and even curing illnesses and mutations in unborn children. The first issue is power. This technology holds great power to cure diseases like diabetes or even cancer and provide benefits to humans. It is extremely risky for a small part of humanity to have it. Would you trust a person like Hitler or Trump to be in power? The second issue is, are we playing God by genetically modifying humans to give them desirable traits? When we get to pick who has the right to live and in what form, who will pick the disabled, the diseased, or the unattractive? There is a reason behind our diversity. The last issue may be theoretical, but who's to say that whoever holds the power won't manipulate the scientific privilege to create powerful armies that will cause war and destruction? Who do you think will have access to this privilege? The people in need or the people in power? St. John Paul II states, "The benefits of scientific progress are evidence of the nobility of human vocation to participate responsibly in God's creative action. However, it is important to pay attention to the consequences of interfering in the ecosystem." He says, "The respect owed by faith to reason calls for close attention to what the biological sciences, through research uninfluenced by economic interests, can teach us about biological structures, their possibilities, and their mutations. Any legitimate intervention will act on nature only in order to favor its development in its own line, that of creation as intended by God." What does St. John Paul mean by this quote? First, scientific research concerning genetic engineering should remain uninfluenced by politicians or politics. Politics and science should remain separate. Second, it shouldn't cause harm to nature by overexhausting its resources. Third, experiments on humans are permitted in accordance to the Charter for Healthcare Workers, which I will be discussing later. Fourth, it must also respect and aid in God's creative action, meaning that it should add to the dignity of human life. What is the Charter for Healthcare Workers? The Charter for Healthcare Workers, written and approved by the Vatican, is a guideline for health providers to help the sick and the suffering in a Christian way that Christ would approve of. The Charter states the person should say yes, meaning the person must give consent to the experiments that are being done on them. Second, the experiments are not allowed to be done on a healthy person because they are not urgent and can cause harm to the person's genetic code. Third, the risk taken must be proportional to the person's illness, meaning the risks of the modification should be compared to the sick person's condition and evaluated carefully. Fourth, experiments in the prenatal period should help better the life of the baby, and they should be purely therapeutic. Finally, the experiments can be done on a sick person if all other options have been exhausted and have led to failure. For example, if a person has cancer and they have tried chemo and removing the cancer, but the results have failed and there are no other options to save this person's life. Therefore, experiments are then permitted. I hope you weren't sleeping. Thank you for watching.
Created using Powtoon.